Friends, myself Jagdish Kara, lecturer in zoology, KB DAV College, Nirakarpur. Today I am going to discuss about fertilization in human. The process of union of sperms with an ovum to form a zygote is called fertilization. Here, the egg and the sperm are united to form a zygote, and the process is called fertilization. The zygote later on develops into an embryo. In human beings, fertilization is internal and it takes place in the ampulla of the fallopian tube. In the process of fertilization, the egg is released. It enters into the fallopian tube and reach up to the ampulla. During the sexual intercourse, the sperm is discharged in the vagina. It passes through the uterus and reach up to the ampulla where the egg is present. Then the process of fertilization goes on and finally the zygote is produced. The zygote later on descend into the uterus and get implanted. Later on, other process of embryogenesis takes place. Let us discuss the process of fertilization. Male discharges millions of sperms into the vagina and only thousands of them reach the egg and only one fertilizes the egg. Sperms reach the ampulla through the uterus, partly by the movements of their tail and partly by the action of the uterus. Sperms take nearly 5 minutes to reach the fallopian tube. It can survive in the reproductive tracts of the female for 1 to 3 days, but it can fertilize the ovum in 12 to 24 hours after the process of ovulation. Let us discuss the events of fertilization. Fertilization is completed by 3 events. One is activation of sperm and ovum. Second, penetration of sperm. Third is amphimixis. Let us discuss the first one, that is activation of sperm and ovum. Sperm can fertilize an ovum when it is able to secrete the chemical hyaluronidase or sperm lysine and also possesses a surface protein called antifertilizing. Similarly, the ovum secretes a chemical called fertilizing. The fertilizing mixes with the water to form egg water, which attracts the sperm of its own species. That means fertilization is species specific. Next is penetration of sperm. The attraction between fertilizing and antifertilizing makes the sperms stick to the egg surface. and the sperm acquire the capacity to fertilize the egg, which is known as capacitation. The membrane surrounding the acrosome of the sperm breaks and releases sperm lysine. Friends, we know ovum is surrounded by three membranes. These are corona radiata, zona pellucida and vitelline membrane. In the process of fertilization, at first the sperm passes to the corona radiata to reach zona pellucida. There it releases the enzyme hyaluronidase or sperm lysine from its acrosome. This enzyme dissolves the zona pellucida and sperm reaches the plasma membrane of the egg, and this process is called acrosome reaction. At the point of contact with the sperm, the egg forms a projection called cone of reception or fertilization cone, which receives the sperm. Once one sperm has entered the ovum, vitelline membrane thickens and is converted into fertilization membrane. This formation of fertilization membrane prevents polyspermy. That means entry of additional sperms are not allowed by the fertilization membrane. Entry of the sperms initiate second maturation division and second polar body is released. The next process is amphimixis. Amphimixis is the simply union of the male and female pronuclei, but the process is shortly before or after entering the egg, the sperm lodges its tail. After entry, the membrane of the head and middle piece dissolves, liberating nucleus, centrosome and mitochondria. Later, the sperm nucleus enlarges and is known as male pronucleus, and the nucleus of the ovum becomes female pronucleus. Friends, you can find here the sperm is approaching towards the egg. The egg is surrounded by membranes. In the next step, the sperm lysine is released and cone of reception is formed. Then a continuous path is formed between the egg cytoplasm and the sperm head. Through this fertilization cone or reception cone, the sperm nucleus enter into the egg, which is known as penetration path. Later, it is directed toward the egg nucleus and fuses with the egg nucleus. The second path is known as copulation path, and the process of union is known as amphimixis. And finally, a zygote nucleus or the nucleus consisting of two n set of chromosomes is formed. Let us see the diagram. This diagram shows the release of sperm nucleus and migration through the penetration path. Then it again changes its path towards the nucleus of the egg, which is known as copulation path. Then the process of cleavage is formed. the centrosome divides into two, spindle fibers are formed, then division of the fertilized egg, that is cleavage, proceeds on. We have already discussed about the penetration path and copulation path. The initial path of entry of male nucleus is penetration path, and the changed path towards the egg nucleus is called copulation path, and finally a diploid zygote is formed. In this process, at first the nuclear membrane breaks, chromosomes are set free and mix up, forming the zygote nucleus, and the process, as we have discussed, is known as amphimixis or karyogamy. Formation of a zygote leads to pregnancy, and formation of asters and spindle fiber, and the zygote later on repeated, ready for division by the process of cleavage. Let us discuss the significance of fertilization. Fertilization restores diploid number of chromosomes, as we have seen in the case of formation of zygote. It is 46 in case of human beings. It provides stimulus for the ovum to complete its maturation. It combines the characters of two parents, brings about recombination and produce variations. Union of sperms and ovum and formation of zygote help in determining sex of the embryo. It introduces centrioles which are absent in the ovum. That means in the process of entry of sperm nucleus, the centrioles, mitochondria enter into the egg, so that this ovum able to get its centriole and ready for division. Formation of fertilization membrane prevents entry of additional sperms. Friends, this much for today. Thank you.